Good morning, Infinity. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today? Awesome. Good morning to those who are here in the space and those who are coming in via our Infinite live stream. We're very, very grateful to have you with us today. We're very, very grateful to kick off the Infinity Fellowship here on this beautiful Labor Day weekend. So wherever you are streaming from on our Infinite Live stream, we're going to look forward to greeting you in a few minutes. We invite you to go ahead and get prepared to send out those texts and that retweet and that share button and that like and subscribe button. If you're here in the place, let us go ahead and begin to set the tone as we open the way for spirit. And that comes through the meditative space of affirmative prayer. First, with meditative space, sit a little taller in your chair. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. Good. Begin to just feel the life entering your body. And sit in a moment of gratitude for things that we take for granted, like breathing. Happens so many times a day that we don't even have to think about it. What a gift. Slower, deeper breaths. Inhaling the good that you want to experience in the world today, and exhaling those things that no longer serve you. From this space of centering, I invite you to close your eyes. Add that to this meditative practice. And as we close our eyes, we begin to embrace this gift called breath in a conscious way. We begin to feel it as it enters in through our nose and goes down into our stomachs. We begin to trace that pattern with our thoughts as we pause gently, completely full. And as we exhale, we reverse that process. And in the space of divine stillness, with our eyes closed, we breathe in and out. Giving thanks for this calming method that we use whenever we are flustered by the world. We can simply breathe. Bring us back to center, bring us back to peace, bring us back to perspective, and bring us back to gratitude. From this gratitude space, we ask that all heads be bowed right now in this moment as we embrace the energy of the God of our acceptance and understanding. As we sit in this goodness, as you focus your divine energy to be in alignment with the divine presence of God, that good, orderly direction that is always present with us in a divine state of awareness, we pour this energy into realignment for manifestation by giving thanks in this moment, O God. As we have risen now, we give thanks for the spirit of our beginning. We give thanks that we are alive, that we are breathing, that we are grateful to be living. We give thanks that as we move through this day with our purpose in our heart, we remember that a grateful ending begins with a grateful start, and so we're grateful today. And as we are grateful, we're grateful for those who have gathered here at 641 West Nocturne Drive to be a part of the Infinity Fellowship today, to continue to learn together, to continue to grow together, to continue to uplift one another. And we recognize that wherever two people or more gather with your consciousness in the space, that is a celebration. We give thanks to those who are traveling right now on the highways and byways for the holy day season. We give thanks that they will get where they need to get safely and return safely as well, and that their trips will be full of love, will be full of purpose, will be full of fellowship, will be full of perspective on the good. For those who are celebrating this weekend in Labor Day, in this weekend, we speak that this energy is lifted up for those who are feeling it coming forward. that they will go from labor to rest and from rest back to labor, rejuvenated and ready to rock and roll. We give thanks for families who are gathered here and for people who are going through periods of misalignment with family. We know that you can heal that misalignment. We know that whatever happens in the course of our daily lives with our families and friends, that we are gifted with the unique gift of forgiveness, the unique gift of doing things in decency and order. And so we speak that those things prevail as families work to get back into alignment. And for those who are in alignment, we amplify that love energy as well, that it may creep out into the community and give an infectious energy of good to those who are in need. We speak energy today for those who are in bereavement. We know that there are people out there who we have encountered with the Infinity Fellowship directly and indirectly who have suffered a loss of a person in the physical body. Help us to continue to have the perspective that absence in the physical body is presence with the divine cosmos. And help us to remember to tell their stories. Help us to remember to keep them alive through the celebration of their laughter and their love. And may we continue to live each one of these days that we have on this earth like it was the last day we had. Let us embrace it with fullness, with love, and with power. And finally, we speak that something is said today in this divine service that will remind someone that they are ever connected and protected by you. We speak blessings over the technology and give thanks for our new technological upgrades and advancements. We give thanks for those who are joining us on our infinite life stream from all over the globe. May you continue to feel this love energy emanating from this space because we feel you too. And so this energy connects in an infinite circle for the good. So we speak these blessings as we move through these divine virtues here at the Infinity Fellowship. For these and other things we cannot put into words, we simply breathe in together in gratitude. Exhale and let it go. And proclaim it as such, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so it is. As we prepare for our pouring of libations, we want everyone to think about what it means to remember. And as we say, remember me, Brother Reg is tickling out those strings. And those of you who remember that song from the movie Coco, you know that it's about generational remembrance. Something about the spark of a memory can reignite circumstances, people, places, and things. It can reunite them in an instant. A smell can reunite them. A sight can reunite them. A road that you remember, a road sign that you can remember can reunite. That's the power of memory. And so as we are in this space with the power of memory today, as we are speaking the names of those who have come before, we recognize and remember that as we pour this water out, it represents the living into the earth. It represents what happens to these earth suits when we no longer need them. We shed these things, but we continue to remember. And so we say, cool water, freshen our spirits. Freshen and consecrate this house for spiritual work. Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors. Ashe. We praise Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all of creation. Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity. Ashe. And so we pour to the energies of the north, that direction where we find a commitment to be a yes today, to be present in this moment. Ashe. We pour to the energies of the south, where we recognize who we are and whose we are. Ashe. We pour to the energies of the east, recognizing that the sun came up, y'all, today. And even when it's raining outside, the sun is still there above the clouds. So don't bring into today what you left in yesterday. Ashe. To the direction of the west, in the darkness of the night, We still have the moon and the stars to guide us. There is always a light bringing light to the darkness. Ashe. We speak to the ground below us, recognizing that as we are rooted, the storms may blow, but we may bend, but yet we do not break. Ashe. The sky above us, that sixth direction, that energy of the blank landscape. We have an opportunity to allow our minds to wonder as we wander, as Langston Hughes would say. And those ideas come popping into our minds. Those are visions. Those are things that you were born uniquely to do. And we give thanks for that direction. Ashe. And finally, to the seventh direction in the Lakota people's tradition, the place that is Grand Central Station, where they all come together. And that is our heart center, what the yogis call Ajali, the place of light. We pour to that direction as well. Ashe. And now we ask that as you are remembering your people, that you call aloud the names of those people you want to remember. On the Infinite Life Stream, call them at home or type a few in the box as we remember through the pouring of libations. Call those names aloud at this time. We pour to the children in the womb, world, and yet unborn. And we say together, Ashe, 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 oh, it is done, and so it is. We call our attention to today's meditation. And as we are working through our virtues this month and finishing out before we get ready for next month, which is an exciting month, as we are here in September, we direct you to Khalil Gibran, who reminds us in the book, The Prophet, quote, "The teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind," end quote. Take a deep breath in on that one. Exhale and release. All right. What a wonderful way to set the tone today for our teaching and our instruction and our wisdom. It is a moment to be grateful. I'm going to ask my infinite streamers to shout us out online. Let us know who you are, where you are, and let us know if you're a first timer. We're going to welcome you even more down the line. But in the space today, we're going to generate some gratitude because we are grateful to be here. We are grateful to say good morning to each other. And we say good morning to you. And the good morning energy feels so good that sometimes you just got to say dot, da, da, da. You can't even put it into words. You just got to say dot, da, da, da. So y'all sing it with us. Come on. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 da. See, it's a simple song, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go around and greet two people. Tell them your name and one thing that you're grateful for. If you are coming in online, we want you to say, my name is. And give us one thing that you're grateful for. It can be minuscule. Doesn't have to be magnanimous. It can be that you're breathing today. Whatever it is, come on, infinite streamers. Let's light this chat up. Let's go. Come on, y'all.
Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. So make sure you're typing it in, Infinite Life Streamers. Type in something that you are grateful for. Let's get that energy moving and rolling. You woke up this morning. Hey, that's something to be grateful for. I'm grateful that we're here together again another Sunday morning. Hey, and it's September. Oh, yeah. Said good morning to you. 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 I said a good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. To you. Woo! Here we go. Y'all ready? First Sunday in September. I'm going to start us off. We're going to go on a little journey first. This is a good reminder. Sometimes we just need a good reminder. Hey. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And I can see obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Listen, I think I can make it now. The pain has gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. Hey! I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. And then I'm gonna move them to the side. Hey, gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Hey, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Hey, say that to yourself. It's gonna be a bright, oh, bright, sunshining day. Let's say that one more time. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshining day. I've been waiting all year to do this song. Hey, September. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all ready? Hey, hey, hey. Here we go. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. Hey, 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 buddy, say, do you remember, buddy, dancing in September, buddy, never was a cloudy day. Ba-doo-doo, 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 ba-doo-body, yeah. My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see you. Only blue talking love, remember how we knew love was here to stay. And now December found the love we shared in September. Only blue talking love, remember the true love we shared today. Ow. Say, hey, hey, buddy, say, do you remember, buddy, dancing in September, buddy, never was a cloudy day. And we say, buddy, say, do you remember, buddy, dancing in September, buddy, golden dreams were shiny day. Woo. Now our bells were ringing, our soul was singing. Do you remember every cloudy day? Oh, hey, 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 buddy, say, do you remember, buddy, dancing in September, buddy, never was a cloudy day. And we say, buddy, 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 come on and clap your hands like this. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be here today. Hey, on September. Hey, 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 hey. We got a little bit more. Because you can't do September and not do this one. Let's groove tonight. Hey, share the spice of life. Baby, slice it right. We're gonna groove tonight. Ooh, let this groove get to your move. It's alright, alright, alright. Let this groove set in your shoes, so stand up. Alright, alright. Gonna tell you what you can do with my love. Alright, gotta let you know, boy, you looking good, you're out of sight. Alright, so just move yourself and glide like a 747 and lose yourself in the sky, among the clouds in the heaven. Oh, let this groove get it confused. It's all right, all right, all right. Let this groove set in your shoes. So stand up, all right, all right. Let me tell you what you can do with my love. All right, gonna let you know, boy, you looking good, you're out of sight. All right, so just tell the DJ to play your favorite tune, then you know it's okay. What you found is happening now, yeah. Let this groove light up your fuse. It's all right, all right, all right. Let this groove set in your shoes, so stand up. All right, all right. You will find peace of mind on the floor. Take a little time, come and see you and me. Give a little sign. I'll be there after a while if you want my love. We can boogie on down. Hey, down, boogie on down. Come on and down, down, boogie on down. Down, boogie on down.
Let's groove
Tonight. Share the slice of life. Hey, 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 baby, slice it right. We're gonna groove tonight. Come on, y'all, take it away. Hey! You will find peace of mind on the floor. Take a little time, come and see you and me. Give a little sign. I'll be there after a while if you want my love. We can boogie on down. I want y'all to repeat after me for a little bit. Said it's all right. Said it's all right. Said it's all right. I said it's all right. Said yeah. Saying it's all right. I sang yeah. Saying it's all right. Hey yeah. Let this groove start up your fuse. It's all right. All right. Let this groove get in your shoes, so stand up. All right, all right. Let this groove light up your fuse. It's all right, all right, all right. Let this groove set in your shoes, so stand up. All right, all right. You will find peace of mind on the floor. Take a little time, come and see you and me. Give a little sign. I'll be there after a while if you want my love. We can boogie on down. Yeah.
Y'all give it up for the voice of infinity. I thought they were, it's about to be giving time, so we're excited about that. I thought y'all were locking it for the Cabbage Patch. I thought you was going to go, doom, 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 doom. I thought y'all was getting into the I was expecting Red. I thought Delana was going to get that Cabbage Patch. I thought she was going to go to See, starting the girls, they don't know I used to do all that stuff. I used to break it out. Hey. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. All right. It's time for our giving. Time for us to give from our deepest places of good. We got the abundance in the space today. How many of y'all know that you got it good? Let me hear you say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. We're gonna groove tonight. Actually, we're not gonna wait till tonight. We're gonna groove today. We're gonna groove with the offering today. And it's time for us to give back to the universe for being such a good giver to us. You see, when you get into the groove of giving, you are constantly in a space of receiving from the overflow. We had our theme that year that said, I live in the overflow. And right now we say, even from the ashes I rise.
Hey!
This is the day that God has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. So we're gonna give today via Cash App or PayPal. You can give in the box up front or even electronically. One thing that I learned, that is that when I started giving, the doors opened up to me. But when I operated from a space of lack, I couldn't get anything to return back. So I just kept saying, what's wrong with the world? It was something that was wrong with me. I said, hey, stop that lack. Open yourself up and get it back. I said, everything is good for me. I'm sharing this history because it's time for us to give at infinity. When this time comes in the space or at home, we don't shake our heads and feel all alone. We got a great facility, an even stronger community where people across the globe can see. That's why we give back in this moment, and we are grateful for the voices I know. So as we prepare to sing our song, we're gonna supercharge this giving energy. Everybody take a good deep breath right now. Exhale and release it. If you're here and you're able, stand to your feet with me. And let's say to that musical bed our offertory affirmation, which is also on the screen with you. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess. You have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everybody said that in alignment like we've been recording this for years. Everybody say everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
Let's give it this time and we can sing. Everything is good. We don't have to stop rocking. We got the voices of infinity here. Kaneetha Carr, Brother Reggie Wooten, Sister Nalani. We are rocking here. So let us pause and give it this time. The information will come on your screen if you are at home. Let's do it, infinite streamers.
Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, yeah. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, hey, everything.
Everything is good.
Yes, it is.
Everything is good.
Everything.
Everything is good.
Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, tell yourself everything is good. I said everything's all right. Hey, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. Yeah, yeah. Woo, yeah.
Seated in the space today. Awesome. We got it good, y'all. All right, I'm giving my early warning on our standing ovations. So if you've got a standing ovation is simply something good that you have achieved since we last got together that we get to celebrate with you. So if you are having a standing ovation today, we would look forward to getting your standing ovation up and out into the atmosphere, no matter how big or small. So get the form in the back and bring it and put it in the jar up here, the red jar to my right, your left. And if you're at home and you're streaming in here, Infinite Streamers, we want you to blow up these standing ovations today. So we want you to let us know what good thing has happened to you since last time we got together so we can read it out to everybody here in the space and we connect that circuit around the world. Good morning again, Infinity. All right. My name is Jeff Obafemi Carr. In this space, I go by Rev Jeff. And this point is the point where we recognize our first-time visitors, where we welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship. And if you are a first-timer online as well, our Infinite Streamers talk to you. We've got Infinity talking to you and Infinity Streamers who will talk back to you. Just put first-timer or first time or wave your hand in the box, and we will send that love to you. We also ask in this moment, or offer you in this moment, an opportunity rather, to scan the QR code that you see on the screen. So if you're here in the space visiting today, scan the QR code. If you are at home, we're going to scan the QR code as well. And this will give you a chance to put a little information in for us. We can send you a wonderful postcard. We send you the postcard, you bring it back to service, and we give you a little gift, and it's awesome. You also have an option, and we're going to talk about this more later to our Infinite Streamers, to join Infinity. So we are getting ready for our next round of new members classes for the fall. It's an exciting time. We get to go through the 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwin Gaines. It's a great time. Usually when we get into these classes, that's where that deepest instruction comes, beyond just the fellowship. So make sure that you fill that card out today, that you take that link in, and that you go at it. At Infinity, in terms of welcome, we do not see anybody here or anybody in line as a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience. That's all good. But the reality is that we are spirits who are navigating the human experience. That's the beauty of fellowship. And so we like to say a special greeting to each other. So if you're in the house, rise and turn to somebody. If you're at home and you got people with you, rise and turn to them. If you're watching this solo or you're driving on your Labor Day trip, we know we got a lot of people in transit moving today, so we're grateful for those who stopped by to be a part of service today. But if you're driving, just know that we're sending this message to you too, and we want you to hear it loud and clear. If you're watching by yourself, you're not by yourself. I'm going to tell you that in a minute. We're here with you. So take a deep breath, look in somebody's eyes, and repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me. Well, I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you are not alone. I am with you, we're with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I know you shining today. I feel you shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Hey, give a dance, give a high five. This is coffee break time at Infinity, where the children make their transition downstairs to the youth power zone. Hey, they got the games and the lessons that they learn about good spirituality. So when you visit, your child will go downstairs during this time. This time we're going to take a coffee break. So if you're at home, get your coffee, get your tea, and take this moment to text 3 or 4 people and let them know that Infinity is here. We're ready to start the instruction today. But please, by all means, let them know to like, to subscribe, to get this audience up, Infinite Streamers. Shower that love on each other. We're going to put some of your comments and Thanksgivings up on the screen, and we'll see you in a minute. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water. Let's get it going. Hey, everybody, this is Rev Jeff, and I am actually in my office. I am absolutely live. So guess what? We are here. I see you, CrossFit. I see you, Terrence. I see you, Sita. I see you, Tyrell. I see you, Tashana. I see everybody coming into the chat right now. Look, drive that thing up, Infinite Streamers, because we really want to get that going. I see your brother Johnny Sattler, the Reverend. Love seeing y'all on here. Love having y'all on here. This is a wonderful moment where during the service we take that coffee break, and you all know we got gourmet coffee in the lobby. We got gourmet herbal teas. We've got oat sweeteners and regular sweeteners because we're healthy folks around here. So we're looking forward to having you visit for the first time at Infinity in person. We've got some announcements coming up that I want you to pay attention to, especially if you're going to make a trip and you're planning to come see us next month, which is our anniversary month. Can you believe it? 9 years of the Infinity Fellowship meeting in person. In this space today, I want to encourage you, when you see that QR code come back up for the visitors, come on and visit us first time in person as soon as you can, because you're going to love it in the space here at 641 West Nocturne Drive. But also, as you take a picture of that QR code, I want to remind you that there is an option for you to join Infinity Fellowship. And you don't have to live in the city of Nashville to join the Infinity Fellowship. We are an international fellowship. And that first class is an ancient wisdom class that is completely free. We're about pouring in and pouring into people. And one of the things that you get when you pour into people is an understanding that it's logical to pour back into the spiritual space. So for those of you who are watching this live, those of you who are giving, you have the options for giving that'll pop up on the screen. I want you to know personally that I appreciate you, because we would not be here had it not been for you and people who say, I am receiving so much spiritual food in this place that I'm willing to take a percentage of what I get and pour it back in so that we can build this thing generationally. Next month is our anniversary month. We got activities coming up that you're not going to believe. Hopefully you can make it to a Sunday or two here at Infinity, or at least visit us on the grounds. I'm going back in. It's time to start service again. And we're going to start it with a few announcements, and then we're going to read off some of your manifestations. So if you got something at home, Infinite Streamers, that you want to share, please share it in the box so I can read it at that point. I'll talk to you in a minute. This is Rev Jeff. I'll see you on the other side. Got there right at the end of the song. All right, you all. In preparation for standing ovations, those who have a standing ovation, make sure you put it over here in the jar so that we can get that to you. If you're an Infinite Streamer, you got a manifested achievement that you want to report as a standing ovation today, go ahead and type it in the chat box. You still have time to get that form in. Y'all, we have made it to September. Give it up. That's 9 months in, y'all. It's about to be the fourth quarter of 2023. This is the year of transcendence. As we say, as we go back a couple of slides, we'll see that the year of transcendence tells us that we get a chance to go beyond the range of, beyond the physical or normal level. So we say in this next level that we rise even from the ashes. So we say, even from the ashes, I rise. Let's hear it. Even from the ashes, I rise. We absolutely love it. Before we get to standing ovations, really briefly, October is anniversary month. We will not have trunk or treat this year, but it's only because it's going to be chock full of so many experiences we got. First Sunday is Infinity's anniversary. So calling all hands on deck. 9 years we're going to be celebrating. So we've been in our infinite year with the 8. Now we're heading into 9. So it's going to be a powerful year of manifestation. It's also third Sunday is homecoming. So it's also potluck. So for those of you, Alicia mac and cheese. and other place people who cook. I'm sorry, I had a little something in my throat. I was thinking of something. Can eat this greens, other things that are coming out. We got some legendary food that we make at Infinity that we are requesting all hands on deck. It's our homecoming. So we're calling all people past, present, and future from Infinity. From the old days of Coleman Park and Actors Bridge, if you step foot in Infinity, we're inviting you to come back and have a meal with us on third Sunday. We also will have our fall sweat lodge. It's the first time we've done a sweat in a long time. So for those of you who have not experienced it, get ready to experience a unique one because we are building one from the ground up on the back of those 5 acres of our property. So if you're planning on traveling, we're going to send that out. Lady Kenitha cannot wait. Some of you in the room here who've had that experience cannot wait. It's a transformative experience, and we want you to have that. We also are going to have camping back there as well, or for people who are skilled at it, glamping. If you want to glamp and bring the air mattresses and the indoor heaters and all that wonderful stuff that we see, Brother Terrence and Thea. Last time we did camping, we had Terrence and Thea. They brought like a double-sided tent. It was like a little house. It was bigger than that tiny house I used to live in. They had a stereo and a Bluetooth speaker and all this stuff. I was like, what in the world? This is a little house. So we get a chance to do that again up here. So we're going to have a good time. We also want to remind you that Wednesday night inside the app, the band app, is a great time to fellowship with the Linsleys, Tyrell and Tashana. They host Love and Light, where they talk about the messages of Infinity, the meanings of some of the symbols, and they have a great fellowship with folks. And it's a chance for everybody to just talk and get together and catch up. It is growing into a beautiful conversation. I've been walking the line because sometimes I jump in, but a lot of times I jump out because people have this wonderful space where they can feel like, hey, we can just talk about Infinity stuff, good stuff about Infinity stuff. Talk about the bad stuff. There's not bad stuff, but go in and get that on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That said, come on back up, Lady Kenitha. It's time for standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yes.
Our high energy here at IF comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality, fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then we will see examples of progress in our lives, and that's the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. So here's what will happen. When your name is called, please stand as I read aloud your manifestation. When I finish each person's ovation, we will all snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm them and then provide a collective standing ovation at the end.
All right, good. Let's go. We got some chat box folks that we want to shout out here, y'all. So at home, in the space here, we're going to be extra loud celebrating. Sita Redding from North Carolina, standing ovation. My brother, shout out to you, G, man. I knew you since you was knee-high to a grasshopper. Passed the North Carolina State Bar exam. He is now attorney Gary R. Redding. So proud of him. That's right. You ain't an attorney until you pass the bar. You went to law school and now you're an attorney. Shout out, shout out, shout out. We're in the space. We need that. Brother Tony Ixanaris has a shout out. He has scored an audition. So he is headed to an open call for Advantage Talent Development, confidently saying, I've got this. We're speaking it. Locking it in the agencies and the new work and everything that is out there in the space today, the actor. Brother Johnny Sattler says, I am grateful for a safe post-birthday celebration journey to and from Jamaica. Yeah, man, yeah. We got to get that Jamaican thing in. How many people here been to Jamaica? Raise your hand. Okay, okay, so we're not alone. We are alone. Most of us have not been. We're going to be. We got to. Take me to Jamaica, Mom. Take me to Jamaica. Sister Rodriana Otis, love you. Miss you. Rodriana Celicia made their trek to Austin. They are safely in Austin, Texas. And she reports, I start my new job this Tuesday. Hey, that's a good job because they didn't make you work on Monday. How about that? I love it. All right, do we have anyone else? We've got, okay, Tony, so I think that's it. I want to send a standing ovation that I also have a slide for to Brother DeAndre Thomas, who with the assistance of Brother Josh Smith Carr, rewired our entire sound system at infinity. So if you notice, we not only have a little bit of reverb, we not only have a strong internet signal. Tony is on the headphones consistently. He is monitoring the entire sound system for the internet right now. So when you look back there and see him in the headphones, he is listening to how we sound on the internet the entire time. So we now have a separate system that sends us to the internet, and that keeps us balanced. And we now have monitors on the floor so that the voices can hear themselves. And most importantly, we got one more wire to move through the floor or the ceiling. But when you come in and walk around the side, if you notice, there are no wires on the floor with rugs that you have to step over. So shout out to our youngsters. We have our first crew of youngsters who have grown to adulthood and infinity, and they got skills. So shout out to Dre and shout out to Josh for helping us with that. We love you guys, and we love you at home. If you're saying, hey, it sounds different, sounds better, thanks to Dre, who is also, he is studying music and recording at MTSU. So he's a professional. He's a senior year coming up. Joshua's in Nashville State. So we got kids who are putting education to work in this place, and we're excited about it. Yes. All right, so what else do we do now, Mama, I believe?
All right, so if you shared, you get to have several seats while the rest of us are going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation, okay? Here we go.
All right, those are the announcements and ovations for today. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe. Time for the Voices of Infinity to prep us for the message download today.
Y'all feeling all right? Got a little something for you. All the way, 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 all the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress, I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. I know that life can be hard and sometimes there is pain. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. But when I focus on you, my loss turns to gain. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. Sometimes I feel so alone and I can't find a friend. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. Inside the heart of your love, I am healed once again. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. Play, Reggie.
People get ready. Get ready.
We got a little something for you. Here we go. People get ready for the trains coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Oh, so people get ready. There's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers coast to coast. Faith is the key, open doors and board them. There's hope for all among the loved the most. Sing, Reggie. You don't need no ticket. Hey.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. No one cares for me. I never know sympathy. Hide my feelings. I just hide and a smile. Trying to understand that I'm only a man. People get ready.
People get ready for the train, it's coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Oh, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. You see, I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way, all 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 the way, through stress, all the way, hey, all the way, through some hurt, all the way, hey, all the way, through disappointments, all the way, hey, all the way, through my healing, all the way, all the way. Hey, I'm not gonna stress all the way. I'm gonna trust you all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
I love that part. It's not some, it's not a little bit, but it's all the way. I can't do it like Anita, so I'm not gonna try. When she says I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress, gonna learn to trust you all of the way. Not gonna worry in those low times. I'm not gonna stress, gonna learn to trust you all the way. In those times in the midnight hour when you're feeling all alone, you gotta remember that there's something left for you. When the spirit inside begins to emanate, it sends out a vibration. People begin to show up for you right on time. You gotta say, I'm not gonna worry. Come on, y'all. I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you. Gonna learn to trust you
All of the
way. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna learn to trust you all of the way. Y'all give it up for Lady Kenitha, the voices of infinity, y'all, in the space today. As I switch over to my live, so I can talk to you for a minute. I gotta say, the beautiful thing about that song, that mix is there, but the beautiful thing about that song is that's something that emanated from Sister Kenitha's spirit. So that resonant energy is part of her natural gift to be able to articulate. And that articulation is about understanding that we're never alone. We're always in a space where we can just be trusted in spirit. Y'all all right today? Good morning, Infinity. All right, give it to me again. Good morning, Infinity. Today we are working through virtue number 8. And you all know, if you've been with us through this 10-part series, we have been in some deep water, some deep territory, and we have no apologies whatsoever. Because still waters run deep, and we want to be able to pour into you those things that are going to help you manifest your purpose on this earth. And so when we talk about manifesting the purpose on that earth, we recognize that as we root ourselves in these 10 virtues, there's something powerful for each and every one of us. And when we talk about this educational system that many of us call the ancient mysteries, we recognize that that purpose is still the same. The purpose of all education, to free the soul up from its bodily fetters. In other words, to move us beyond the things that distract us in the physical body. And there's some things that can distract us in the physical body. People can distract us in the physical body. Places we find ourselves in can distract us in the physical body. And much of the time when we are in alignment with our purpose, even when we know why we're buried on this earth and why we're here, we can still be focusing. And just like a cat in the window when a squirrel goes by, as soon as we see something bright and shiny, we or a cat with a laser pointer. If y'all never seen a cat with a laser pointer, all you got to do is that. And that cat will stop what it's doing and chase something that is absolutely not real. Every now and then we find ourselves chasing things that are absolutely not real, but they're shiny in the moment. So when we focus ourselves through these virtues, through these principles, we are saying that we're going to free our soul up from these bodily fetters. In other words, I'm not going to be able to see just through my physical two eyes, but I'm going to open what we call our third eye. We're going to see things from spirit. As we move in this space today, we go through our first virtues that we've had, and we have had some virtues. I'm going to read the virtue, and I'm going to ask you at here and at home to read the affirmation that comes from each virtue. And I'm going to dare you to read that affirmation with all joy, with all power, with all confidence, with all knowing, and see not only how you feel, but through action, watch how it manifests in your life. First principle, the foundational principle of the pyramid, control of thought together. I am in control of my thinking. My mind belongs uniquely to me. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Your mind is yours, it ain't mine. And vice versa. I like my mind. Sometimes it's a little crazy, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I hope you take yours too. Principle number 2, building on that pyramid, control of action together. I consciously pursue my dreams and desires by putting my gifts into action today and every day. That means that I'm doing something. Oh, it's good to have dreams, but dreams without action equal pipe dreams. There are plenty of people on them corners out there who got bigger dreams than you could ever manifest. They have better ideas than Elon Musk and Bill Gates put together. But we're missing the action. And if you don't take the action, then you run the risk of carrying a pregnancy over term. After it goes past its term, it's not going to help you, it's going to harm you, even though it's meant to bring life into the world. Principle number 3, stacking on that, steadfastness of purpose together. I am walking in perfect harmony with my purpose. I gratefully embrace it daily. You're here for a reason. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, it won't get done. Or somebody else is going to do it and you're going to be mad. So you might as well do it because it's real. Principle number 4, identification with higher ideals together. I embrace my highest self, no longer distracted by people, places, and energy spaces with lower vibrations. This is not a place of arrogance. This ain't internet wisdom. This is divine and ancient wisdom. Internet wisdom means that you start focusing on people you perceive to be haters and you start criticizing everybody and you find ways to write people out of your lives. And that is supposed to be an affirmative space. It's not. Divine wisdom is you simply do not attach yourself to lower vibrations, but you also focus on your purpose. That's the beauty of focusing on higher ideals of self as opposed to lower ideals of ego. Number 5, man, we have moved through these. Evidence of having a mission in life together. I am on a mission. I have been dispatched directly from divine source to change the world as only I can. Woohoo! I don't know about y'all, but I got a real creative mind when it comes to how I see that. When I say that statement and I see it, I like flash back to this formless substance. And there's this gigantic throne-ish energy. and it's a dual throne, and I feel that formless substance energy is me, and I'm sitting here like I'm ready to go do these things, and then I disappear and I go down this light tunnel that looks like warp 9.5 in Star Trek, and then I end up in my mama's womb, and then I forget everything until I'm grown, because that's what it's about. I was dispatched here. So when we study and we find those things that align with us, we manifest our purpose. But we were sent here to do something awesome, and we're in agreement. Number 6, evidence of a calling to a spiritual order. Together, divine source speaks directly to and through me. As such, I attract others to my positive vibration, and our lives are made better together. Divine source is always speaking to you if you listen. You don't listen to the other things, you listen to that voice that is within you. Then everything else will be added unto you. If you are faithful over a few things, you get to be made ruler over many. I love it. Number 7, freedom from resentment. That's the biggest one, y'all know, out of 10 principles. That's the one people say, I got everything except for that number 7. Well, then you don't have everything, because there's no buts in this. Freedom from resentment. Together, I am free from the prisons of my yesterdays. I choose in this moment to forgive myself and others for any lessons that prepared me for the right now. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release. I do this exercise all the time, so I'm not embarrassed to do it right now with you. Close your eyes. Think about somebody in your world since the last time we did this exercise, which was a couple of weeks ago, that you need to forgive, that you don't want to carry into with the hurt and pain into your right now. Take a deep breath in, exhale and release it. See that person covered in divine light and love. Recognizing that as you speak the good for those people who have harmed you in the past, you are releasing yourself from the prison of yesterday. Blink those eyes open. Brings us to this space where we find ourselves today. And as we find ourselves in this space today, it's principle number 8. Confidence in the power of the master as teacher. How do we find teachers who are going to pour into us in a powerful way? If you're like me, you can think about master teachers that you may have had in your life. And a master teacher for me was somebody who convinced me that I was a whole lot smarter than I actually was demonstrating. I think about Miss Walker, my first and second grade teacher at Percy Priest Elementary School. And we would get bussed out there to Granny White Pike from South Nashville. And Miss Walker was this light-skinned black woman with freckles. And she was so pretty. And she was so smart, and she used to grab my face and she would say, "You are so smart. You are so handsome." And she would just, "Oh, you are just so amazing." She would do all of this. And I don't care what was going on. I thought I could conquer the world. Even to this day, if I run into Miss Walker well into her 90s, I will say, "You saved my life." I realized later, because this happens with great teachers, that she was saying the exact same thing to my brother and to my sister. But for some reason, when she looked at me, I thought she was only talking to me. It turns out she was talking to all children, but she made a special effort as a teacher in an environment where this is the second wave of integration, where it was hostile to little black and brown children. She made a special effort to go to them and look in their eyes and make sure that they knew that through it all, you're going to be exceptional. And when a great teacher tells you that you're exceptional, that is something powerful, but it is even more powerful the moment you accept it and begin to believe it. And that is the power of a master teacher. When we talk about these principles, I always attach a symbolic image to these principles, a metaphysical principle, so that we can have an understanding of what we're talking about in context. We've got the physical, that which we can see and hear. We have the metaphysical, that which is beyond what we see and hear. So the medical physical energy is just the spiritual concept. In this case, this concept is Jehuti. Everybody say Jehuti. Jehuti is a principle When we talk about this concept of God with a little g, whether it is in Psalms 82 verse 6, you are gods, all of you children of the Most High, whether it is the concept of Buddhism, where it's the concept of Hinduism, or Kemetic philosophy, this small g is just an attribute of the larger g. And when we talk about Yehudi, Thoth to the Greeks, Hermes to the Greeks, we hear these terms come out. It also means he who is like the ibis. The ibis is a sacred bird in ancient Egypt, as well as a popular pet and associated with wisdom. Other forms of the name are Jehudi, Tahudi, Tehudi, Zehuti, Techu, Tetu, Lord of the Kenemu, and later the city of Hermopolis. Thoth, or Tehudi, is the Kemetic god of Medu-Neter. Everybody say Medu-Neter. Medu-Neter is just divine writing. The Europeans came along, they call it hieroglyphics. But you know the original name is Medu-Neter. So when we get to Kemen and we go and we look on the walls and we see those symbols, many of us will know what that's called. It is magic, it is wisdom, it is the moon, one of the most important gods of ancient Egypt, alternately said to be self-created, born of the seed of Heru or Horus, from the forehead of Set. As the son of these two energies or deities, who represented, get this, order and chaos respectively, he was also the god of equilibrium, highlighted, balance, highlighted, and associated closely with the principle of Ma'at, which we talk about, that feather over there on the wall, which is balance, and the goddess Ma'at, who personified this principle and who was sometimes seen as his wife, advisor, underlined to all deities. Shout out to Joshua Mark from ancient.eu, who put this in context. When I think about this concept of teaching, Jehudi is seen as master teacher. Jehudi is manifest as the messenger. So when Aset or Isis was to birth forward through immaculate conception, the god Heru, who was the original savior, when we have this story coming of divine manifestation through resurrection, in Kemetic times, thousands of years before we see it anywhere else, who comes and delivers the message? It's going to be Tehudi. Later on, when that's translated into the biblical space, it's the angel Gabriel. It's the messenger energy. So that energy there delivers something powerful and important. But because it's wisdom, Tehudi is seen as a scribe, as a master teacher. And I love the energy that comes out in Keep Your Head to the Sky with Earth, Wind, and Fire. We've been singing Earth, Wind, and Fire today. But when you juxtapose these lyrics to the concept of Tehudi as a metaphysical principle, you hear it differently. Let's keep your head to the sky. Master told me one day, I can't do Philip Bailey, but I'd find peace in every way. But in search for the clue, wrong things I was bound to do. Some of y'all have done that. I know I have. I'm talking to myself. Keep my head to the sky for the clouds to tell me why. Meditation. As I grew with strength, Master kept me as I repent, and he said, keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. Gave me the will to be free. Get that? Purpose. We've been talking about purpose. To live is reality. Found myself never alone. Changes come to do what? Make me strong. Step right up. Be a man or woman. You need faith to understand, so we're saying for you to hear, keep your head in faith's atmosphere. Keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. We talk about purpose. I go back to one more slide, and I put it in red because it's a homework reminder, because I want to know who all in here, who all online has done their homework from this principle. Number 5, having a mission. Now, don't raise your hands. It was a rhetorical question. I'm just sitting here giving everybody the reminder that if you haven't worked on this statement, to work on this statement on your own. Because the moment you hit the aha button on the inside and you're able to write out what your name is, what you do, and what you came on this world with a mission for, then everything else gets clearer. You begin to walk in worlds, and when people try to present things to you, you say, yes, that's in alignment, or you say, no, that's not a part of my mission. But I wish you well on finding other people who can help you with that. There is nothing wrong with that space there. So when we come down to it, I get to ask a question as we move through these points, because we talk about who we are repping. When we talk about religion, I always ask people in the back of my head, and sometimes I ask when I'm free to have these conversations that don't divide, who are you repping? Are we repping Jesus, the Christ? He's a good rep. He's a good guy to rep. Taught us many things, was a master teacher, such that he was so much a master teacher that when people came to him saying, good teacher, tell us, fill in the blank, he would stop them in the moment and say, do not call me good. There is none good but the Father. How wild is that? That we have someone who has manifested this powerful Christ anointed energy, who is still deflecting the energy to a being higher than his physical self. The concept of Buddha in the space of alignment under the Bodhi tree, sitting there until he received the lessons that came from witnessing abject poverty, from witnessing aging, things that he was protected from when he was living as Siddhartha in the temple and rich and wealthy. All of this enlightenment space came so that he could tell people something very simple. Everything is everything, and it's all connected. Master teachers, Baha'u'llah, Harriet Tubman, all of this energy comes and it comes in a question that was stated in a very powerful way. Turn to somebody and say, when the student is ready, the master will appear. You see, master teachers are really hard to find. They're easy to know about, but they're hard to find. You're not going to find a man called the teacher. He's in the back of the room. I don't go put him too much on blast, but that's why they call Reggie Wooten the teacher. Because he's taught generations and generations of people how to communicate in a secret language called music on his guitar. And he's a master. He's not going to run around telling you I'm a master. That's how you know he's a master. But people will seek him out and they will ask for instruction. And it's a beautiful thing to witness and to see, because he doesn't have to seek out students. Reggie doesn't have to get up and say, hey, I'm doing this class. I want 10,000 people to join me. No, because there are people who really, really want to commit to the craft of music, so they will seek him out. And when they have practiced, when they have gotten themselves past their own limitations, they will find a master teacher. When the student is ready, the master will appear. So listen, I'm giving you 4 things right fast. If you're at home, hit that link and hit subscribe. Give us some feedback. Talk back to us, infinite streamers in the chat box. I'm giving you 4 points that I want you to take with you that's going to help you when you're developing a space or developing the intention of studying with the master teacher. Number 1, when the student is ready, the master will appear, is an ancient concept that points to a consistent truth. Self-study and discipline opens the doorway to teachers who, along your path, who will reluctantly, underscored, bold, and yellow, offer you true growth via demonstration and modeling success. Let me tell you, super master teachers, they don't want much to do with you. They don't, because you give people knowledge, you give people a little information. Sometimes you're blessed to give them wisdom, and the vast majority of the people don't do anything with it. So it's frustrating. People will come up and they will say, teach me how to lay brick. Teach me how to lay brick. And you say, I will absolutely teach you how to lay brick. Meet me at 6:30 in the morning. Bring your overalls and some gloves. And at 6:45 in the morning, you're waiting on them. At 7:15 in the morning, you're waiting on them. And at 7:30, they show up without the gloves, hadn't unpacked the overalls, got them still in the plastic from Amazon, and they're saying, I'm ready. No, you're not. And that's why teachers, our master teachers, are reluctant, because they recognize that everybody will claim to want the information but not be willing to do the work. Love him, hate him, want him to have an honorary degree or not, but there's a legendary story about P. Diddy, who studied under the great Andre Harrell. who, when he promoted a concert, P. Diddy showed up and got in his face and said, I want to learn this music game. And he said, no, you don't, because it's going to be work. And he worked him for free. And P. Diddy got in every office he could get in. He got around everybody he could get in. He did the work. He passed out the flyers. He cleaned the buses. He did whatever he needed to learn the music business. And because he was willing to learn under a master teacher who may have been reluctant at first, he was able to gain the keys to his success. This is how it works in this space. When I was doing my acting and I started my young career, I made a commitment. I was the first person at practice. I was the last one to leave. If they told us that you're off book next week, I was off book the week before. When it was time to sit down with the director, I got every cup of coffee I could get. I got every bottle of water I could get. I marked through every script I could get. I crawled under every stage I could get under. I wired every piece of wire I could touch when I was on the road. I went to every education department and studied their outreach with them on my days off. And that's what gave me a space where I was able to get people to notice that I was serious about this thing. So if you've got something that you need to learn, you need to show that you're serious about that thing. And a master teacher will appear. The other thing that I'm going to point out on this before I move to this point is this, and Spirit has told me to be very honest with you here in the space and at home. Stop expecting to receive without giving. Stop expecting to receive without giving. Whatever that means to you. Financial, time, energy. Because that does not make you a student of knowledge. It makes you a thief. And somebody needs to hear and understand that. I'm saying this in love. When you have an opportunity to interact with elders, protect them. When I was studying and absorbing this information, if a teacher walked in that was a master teacher, I didn't sit down in a chair. I sat on the floor. Because I was in the presence of people who I had nothing on. I said, I am sitting on the floor as a grown man like a child because I have an opportunity to absorb something that is going to transform my life. The other thing that we want to make sure that we do in this space is that we reconcile what teachers tell us with what they show us. So are you listening to teachers that talk about happy relationships that are in unhappy relationships? Do you see people that are unfulfilled trying to teach you how to be fulfilled? Do you see broke people teaching you how to be wealthy? Because there's a lot of that out there. Here's how you manage it. Let me see your portfolio. I'm still getting it together, you know. Oh, well then, you're not teaching me anything. It has to be through experience. Ladies out here, stop taking advice from women who have never had a lasting or fulfilling relationship in their life. If it's not, they will not give good advice. Men, I'm saying the same thing to you. Stop listening to adult males who haven't built one thing that they can show you. We like to hear people talk. We love to hear people pontificate. But we've got to be able to see fruit in our teachers from the people that you listen to. Learn how to build institutions from people who have built institutions. We got a lot of people out there. Every now and then I mess up and get on the internet or turn on the radio. And I hear people talking about, yeah, well, the oppression is, and the white man's got to do what we got to do, brothers. And you look them up and they have not built one thing in their lives. That means that they're professional talkers. We're going to move beyond that as we find our master teachers. The second point, the master teachers give footnotes, references, and pay respect to the traditions they emerge from, even as they build upon them. This is the bomb. Do not confuse master teachers with master presenters. I'm going to let that sit in. Do not confuse master teachers with master presenters. See, master teachers give you wisdom that grows and expands you. Master presenters teach you the art, praise God for the youth power zone downstairs, of collective masturbation. Feels really good to receive, but it doesn't produce anything. but it sounds good. It feels good. The video's catchy, but it does not produce the fruit. Reconcile the energy that you see coming out with the master teachers. Reconcile that with what they are able to demonstrate in our lives. A proven practice will outweigh a brilliant theory. Number 3, because I want y'all to meditate on these this week. A true master teacher will require your growth above your subservience and reverence. Let me read that again. A true master teacher will require your growth above your subservience and reverence. One of the reasons I got out of traditional spaces is the people refer to people as sheep and themselves as shepherds. And there's that saying that the sheep spends their entire life worrying about the wolf only to end up on the shepherd's table. You see, people say, well, just don't question God. Have faith. Follow me as I follow Christ. Christ is saying the kingdom is within you, that you have it all there. But here's this insertion through this system that has been created, that has now created a power hierarchy. Any good teacher is excited when you outgrow them. There were times, I know it's Labor Day. I'm so grateful for those of you who are in the house today. So many churches said, it's Labor Day. We're going to do what the world does. So we're going to cancel service today so everybody can go kick it. It's great. We didn't do that. So we also recognize that a lot of people are traveling. There are people watching us on the beach. And shout out to those of you who are in LA watching us. We know we traveled. I got the well wishes coming in. But in the space today, it may be a few people in here, but we have this understanding that even if these walls, these place was packed full, it's more important that everybody grow, that the individuals who get something grow than it is that you just show up for the sake of showing up. And there are a lot of people who will say, well, just have faith. Don't worry. Just trust me. I got this. And that's dangerous. There are people who have come through this space who have learned something that has grown them, and they've taken it, they've moved away, they've moved internationally, they watch us online, they say, listen, this is something that I got here, and it started me on my journey. That's the greatest gift a teacher could ever have, is that a student grows. That teacher will also give you reference material. See, when you get in a place of internet wisdom now, people will watch a couple of YouTube videos, and then they're going to put themselves up and say, I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm giving you advice about kids. I'm never around kids. I'm giving you advice on relationship. I'm not in a relationship. Giving you advice on business. I'm in a 400 square foot studio apartment with one corner tricked out to make it look really, really sharp. But everything else is full of clothes. And I'm quoting the lady that was on Dr. Phil a few weeks ago, who was an internet sensation, who said, I spent my whole last 5 years fooling people so I could get followers. Nothing is being poured into, but we are in this space right now where we want to grow. Be wary of people who won't give you reference material from where they got what they're saying, because it opens the door for susceptibility to cults of personality. I'm following somebody because they cute. I'm following somebody because they know all the hip hop lyrics. I'm following somebody because they dress nice. I'm following somebody because they got all the people. No. Where are the reference points for your spiritual growth? Because that's what you want as a student. Alice Walker said it best. No person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow. And so in this space, even I acknowledge my master teachers. I acknowledge the things that they teach me. I acknowledge that this wisdom will come from a Matahochi Shangodele Zanu, that this wisdom will come through a Dr. Yosef Ben Yakana, that this wisdom will come through a Queen Mother Catherine Carr, or Queen Mother Bernice Brunson, or a Queen Mother Dorothy Smith, or a Queen Mother Melba Sewell, or a Queen Mother Zuli Ursary, or a Queen Mother, all of them who I had the privilege to sit before. If something comes out of my mouth and it didn't emerge from my spirit as a download, I am always going to say, this person told me, so that they can get the proper credit that they can in lineage in that space. You know, I'm going to tell you right about stealing. I'm only going to tell you this because I used to steal when I was little. I went through a rough period as a teenager, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I will not talk about the details because to this day, I'm still not sure the statute of limitations is up on some things, and I think my family needs me and Infinity needs me too. But I tell you about stealing. When you steal things and you thieving, nothing lasts. Nothing works out. The easy money, it goes so fast. Me and one of my boys right now, who is right now doing the same thing that I'm doing in his church. He's a pastor now. And the other person who was my boy, who was doing the same, all three of us ended up pastors in different ways. It's crazy. But I tell you what we would do. We would steal and go to the fair, and our money was gone in like 30 minutes. We spent so much money because we didn't earn it. Because we didn't earn it, it didn't carry value. So we threw that money away quick. That's what happens with stuff that you steal. You don't have any value to it. So you put it out there, you get as much as you can, and then you keep it moving. This happens spiritually. People spend a lot of time trying to manufacture systems that keep people coming back like it's dope. Keep coming back like it's dope. Keep coming back. Let's fill it up. Let's get people in here. But none of the people are growing. None of the people are seeing a change. So we got to find those people, places, and things that bring about the change in here. That's how we do it. Let's go to the last point that I'm giving you, because I gave you 4 points today. Master teachers are not exclusively people. They are oftentimes ideas, and especially experiences. People can let you down. Ideas and experiences are yours, and they are always there for you to reference. Now, I know I'm in front of an esteemed group of people today, so I will not ask you to raise your hands. I will take the initiative to raise the hand myself to admit the question that I will ask you rhetorically: are there any hard-headed folks in the house? Look, we got arms, hands, everybody came out. I think it's something about this skull that just makes us all hard-headed. Any hard-headed folks in the infinite stream who want to go ahead and share via the internet that I'm hard-headed? I've been hard-headed. See, I was hard-headed. That's why experience taught me things. I was hard-headed when people told me I was smart and I believed them, but then I used my powers for bad things. I will not give the reference right now, that story or that reference right now, because that person, I'm sure, is listening. But I have on more than one occasions encountered a person who had an obstacle, something that was locked. Either they were locked out of their house, or they had a locked box, or they had something that frustrated them because there was no key. And there was a shock and surprise moment when I was able to get a safety pin or a bobby pin or a paper clip or the end of a screwdriver and somehow get that lock to magically open. That's experience from my other days back in the day. I had never seen a lock that I do not like back then. And that skill is something that is an experience. And because that experience was often negative, when I look back on it, I am able to say that I am not just grateful that I am standing here. I'm grateful that I did not go down for the things that I did not get caught for. But the things I got caught for put me, Corey, in a juvenile cell one night, and that's all it took for me. To this day, when something challenges my freedom, I ain't made for it. I don't put my chest out talking about I ain't going to jail, I go to school. I'm not one of those guys. I am not made for that. I'm born to be free. I'm not made for somebody to dictate to me when I can eat, when I can go to the bathroom, what I can wear. I was not born into that life, and I don't see that as something that is awesome for me to undertake. But that one experience of not having somebody pick up the phone on the other end when I bucked my chest out and thought I was on TV and said I deserved my one phone call. My God, Deanna, was right before answering machines. And mom and daddy was at work. And my little tough 17-year-old butt, when I got out there and that man gave me that phone call, and Craig, there wasn't nobody answering on the other end, after about that fifth ring, that chest started going down a little bit, and then after that 7th and 8th ring, Keisha, I was like, wait a minute now. And I looked out the window and the sun was going down, and that 9th or 10th ring, and that guy said, okay, there's your call. And I hung up that phone. I went back to that cell. They closed that door. I hit that floor. I said, never again, God. I called on every God, religion, faith I had inside me. I prayed like an old deacon. I was on the floor. Oh, Lord, it's me standing in the need of prayer. I'm not here for any shape, form, or fashion or control. I don't know what I said. But I know that when that door creeped open, I said, never again. You see, an experience will give you what's called a core memory. And a core memory will teach you what is right and what is not. If you have been bumping your hard head up against the same old things over and over again, it's time for you to change and shift directions. Because you can only use the excuse of being hard-headed for so long. Once you get the lesson, you no longer have to recover from the knots on your head. At some point, you have embraced the pain and gotten numb. And let's be real, with experiences that we continue to do, we like something about them, especially experiences that do not bring us good, that do not manifest good. So through conversations, through therapy, through spiritual work, through listening, we reach a point where we say, what is it about me that likes situations that do not work out well for me? That is the point of forgiveness of yourself and finding this space. So as we close today, you all, I want to give you this energy. And I want you to say that when you are opening yourself in a space of alignment with the universe, you're going to be sent the people, places, and things that you need to be successful. Somebody in the space today may have needed to hear just one thing today that hit the aha button. You may not think, if you were here online, that you were supposed to be here, that you are accidentally here. You're not accidentally here. The universe is trying to tell you something. It's communicating a message to you to say, have got something that has been the missing link for you. And I want you to embrace it. So when we talk about virtue 8, confidence in the power of the master and teacher, finding the right teachers, we're going to say together our affirmation. I'm going to read it first because I love this affirmation. It reminds me of why I'm on this earth. I learn to live by living to learn. My openness attracts profound teachers into my life when needed to remind me of who I truly am. Let's say that together. I learn to live by living to learn. My openness attracts profound teachers into my life when needed to remind me of who I truly am. I'm here to remind you all of who y'all truly are. You are individual reflections of divine source, communicating itself to itself through all of this beautiful diversity. You are here in a space of openness, in a space of love, in a space of healing. And in this moment, you are here to be transformed. You're here to lift your purpose to higher heights. You're here to embrace the people, places, and things that will remind you of who you are. And you're here to leave this world a better place. You're here to walk in your divine purpose. You're here to stay on your mission. And when you practice these principles, you are here to shine. I see the shining. I feel the shining. You have no idea just how awesome you are. But in this moment, if anybody hadn't told you, then you pretend I'm a little light-skinned, freckly-faced woman holding your face on either side, looking in your eyes, telling you how smart, how awesome, and how beautiful you are. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Amen and ashe. All right, let's have a stand to our feet moment. As we are on our way, we're going to say an affirmative prayer and perm before we leave today to seal this energy in. Infinite streamers, if you're there, go ahead and say something that you're going to do this week to remind yourself of who you are. List some of your spaces where you find your teachers. We want to hear it. We want to see it. Everyone, wherever you are in the world, live or even on a doggone replay, which is a beautiful thing to have. Thank God for technology. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release it. Place your hands over your heart. All eyes closed, heads bowed in the space today. Oh, divine source, we give thanks for today's lesson. We recognize that you are ultimately the master teacher. The teacher of both the divine feminine and the divine masculine principle. The energy that speaks to us in the core of our spirits and our soul. You are that principle of Jehudi, that wisdom that teaches us through experience who we're supposed to be and whose we are. You are the acronym God. You are good, orderly direction. So we ask for this direction right now, for revelations to manifest from this message in a new way, for purpose to manifest in a new way. For someone who was feeling low, who was feeling as if they were all by themselves and crazy, that the way they see the world is somehow upside down, to recognize that they are exactly upside down. And by standing up, they put this world right side up because of their contribution. Thank you for the people who are the outsiders. Thank you for those who are misfits. Thank you for those who look at the world as it is and say, no, there's something else I want to contribute. These are the dreamers of the future. These are the people who are manifesting the good in the right now. These are all who are under the sound of my voice right now. Those who are feeling this stream from around the world. I am pronouncing immersion right now in who they are. I am pronouncing exploration in who they are. I am pronouncing acceptance of a calling right now in who they are. I am pronouncing expansion, explosion into the world. To those with the creative gifts, brand new ideas for creativity. To those with the business acumen, expansion in abundance. To those who touch other people's hearts, we open them up for healing. To the teachers out there who are continually students, we speak an expansive circle of growth and good that manifests good in the world. To those who are the healers, may they walk in it and listen to the larger universe as we continue to get smaller in humility. We give thanks right now that something powerful is going to manifest in this moment, that we will see the fruits of it in the coming days and weeks. Before we recognize in this moment that we are rising from the ashes today, transcending from the lower spaces and embracing the high, and giving thanks for radiant health, for a solid mind, and for divine alignment with you. We thank you for being present and never absent, and for these things and others we cannot put into words. We simply say, thank you, and so it is. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Covered everybody. Rub those hands together. We're just going to sling some light around the room and the neighborhood. 1, 2, 3. Send that light out. Let your light so shine that men will see your good works and give praise to the Father/Mother in heaven. This energy is real, y'all. Now we have the love. As we come ready to close our service today, I want to say thanks to everybody, especially our tech crew today, Brother Tony, Brother Joshua today, Daniels, who's helping with the Youth Power Zone, Lady Kanitha, who's up here now from the Youth Power Zone. We've had a great time today. We're going to sing our closing song and remind you, next Sunday, second Sunday, as we sway from left to right, you want to grab somebody's hand, go ahead and grab somebody near to you. Oh, virtue number 9. Confidence in one's own ability to learn. Woo-hoo. Next week, same time, same place. As we go from this place, we recognize that our light is headed into a world that has been waiting on it. So y'all shine this week. Shine unabashedly, because by shining, you give permission to other people to shine as well. let us sing our song. We'll put the words on the screen, and y'all sing it at home with us as well.
It's
a brighter day.
Today's a brighter day.
And we are on our way.
And we are on our way.
Then we can begin.
Then we can begin
To heal ourselves again.
To heal ourselves again.
Oh, we remember yesterday.
Remember yesterday.
And yet today's the day.
Yet today's the day.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me.
To look at you and see.
To look at you and see.
Family.
Family.
Oh, how good is that? Now we got it. Let's sing this thing together. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. On Labor Day, God's reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak that the love of God, the wisdom of the ancestors, and the infinite and abundant power of the universe rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth, now, and forevermore. Let us sing together. Amen. Amen. Hotep Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. All right, go forth in peace. We love you. We'll see you next Sunday. For those who are traveling online, we will see you when we see you, especially on the replay. And Infinite Streamers, keep talking. You got a couple of minutes of announcements. Shout out each other. Send some love. Let us know what you're going to work on this week. Let us know what you got from the message. We'll talk to you soon. We love you. That's a fact you cannot change. Grab some coffee or some snacks in the lobby. Peace. Instagram Live, the Infinity Fellowship, coming up with the voice.